Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay. I'm back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics, and it's June 14th. Happens to be a Wednesday, and you guys know what that means. It's New Comic Book Day, and hey, just like every Wednesday, I try to stop by my comic book shop in Clearwater, Florida, Emerald City Comics. My man Frank wasn't there, but Frank, if you're watching, miss you today, buddy. But I really got all of the stuff that I wanted to get. Shout out to Frank for putting it together. Shout out to Natalie and Adam for always being there to, give me that stellar customer service. So anyway, what else is going on in the world? The Denver Nuggets are the NBA champs. Who would have thought of that? I never would have thought of that in 47 years. I've been watching basketball probably that amount of time. So it's crazy that they're the NBA champs. But, shout out to them. I don't really care about them, but hopefully we'll get, the Heat, the Lakers, or somebody else to be champs next year. Maybe it's New York's time. Maybe it's New York's time to shine. We don't know where Dame Lillard is going. I know this is a comic book channel, but hey, I'm heavy into basketball as well. What else is going on? Marvel has pushed all of their slate of movies back. I don't know what's going on with that. Thought the writer's strike was almost over, but I was watching Everything Always. My man I Am Fires on Instagram. I forget his real name, but I think he always just says I Am Fires or something like that. But I was watching his channel, and he was talking about how all of the movies got pushed back. So if you want to see what the dates are, if you don't know that already, go over there and check out his channel and tell him the dude at Evolutionary Comics sent you, because that's another thing that I want to talk about real brief before we get into these books. Yo, slow down there, big fella. Don't get too hyped with the people. Calm down. So one of the things that I want to ask the comic book community, before I get into these books and everything, is I'm curious as to like the ebb and flow of being a comic book YouTuber. I've been doing this for quite some time, a little bit over a year, going closer towards the 2-year mark. It's crazy because right now I think I have like 185 subscribers. I think I'm pretty entertaining. I make sure that I get books on a regular basis. I stay knowledgeable about what's hot at this time. I don't do the cover price and all of that because I'm not into the values. I'm not a reseller or anything. I'm not a reseller or flipper or anything like that. I've sold 2 books in my entire comic book collecting history. I think about what it is about my channel, what it is about me as a comic book YouTuber that's a little bit different than just the average comic book YouTuber. And like I said, when I first introduced myself, to the world, if you saw that video, if not, go back, check it out. If not, listen to what I'm saying now, is I've been collecting comics since I've been about 7 or 8 years old, which essentially is since 1979, 1980. I've been collecting comics. I had a lull where I went without collecting for a long time, living life, playing football, being in the military, things of that nature. But I've been back collecting like very strong for about 8 years. I buy probably on that average, I buy about 1,000 books per year. Which is, I don't know if that's crazy or if that's the norm or whatever. But I'm still learning, I'm still building, I'm still trying to get my collection to an epic level. The bigger thing is that I am one of the only comic book YouTubers that has worked for CGC. I'm one of the only comic book YouTubers that is a certified grader, comic book grader by CGC. I was taught by Matt Nelson, Paul, Sean, and all of the founding fathers of comic book grading. Those are the people that were my sensei, so to speak, my teachers. Paul is my master chief. He is the one that for months and months he taught us, 6 of us, on a regular basis, about grading, about the history of comics, things of that nature. So I have my expertise in that area, and then not only that, but I have a passion for it. I am passionate to no end. I'm a photographer by day. That's my regular job. But I am also like a staunch comic book collector. I love it. I love the culture. I don't want to be a part of any other culture of things. The world ended. The first things I'm grabbing are my comic books. So all that to say is I have a passion for this. And, I give shout outs to like Comic Tom, the Black Comic Lords, trying to think of who else. My man Mike at Lunch Money Comics, Reggie Collects. I watch Reggie's channel because when I first got to CGC, I was talking about, the different YouTube channels that I watch, and they told me that he had made a visit to CGC. He got a tour or whatever. And I know that, I know things, behind the scenes, so to speak, but he's a friend of the program, so to speak. And, but anyway, like I give shout outs, but I am completely unnoticed by some of these guys. And I don't know if it's just that they haven't had time to check out my channel and it's something they missed or whatever, or, some channels who wanted me to be a part of their channel, and at the time I was working for CGC, so I couldn't be a part of somebody else's channel where there might be some kind of conflict of interest. But they seem to, they kind of seem like they blackball me because they don't mention me or they don't try to, publicize my channel. I don't know why that is. It's supposed to be a community. We're supposed to show each other love, which I try to do. We have a lot of people that have difference of opinion as far as, socially aware comics or what people collect. If you're collecting comics for monetary gain, or if you're collecting it for the love, whatever the case may be, it's all comics, and it's all stuff that's within the culture. There's a lot of differences. So without saying, much more and dragging this on before I get into my books, like I said, hit me in the comments, email me, hit me on Instagram at, Evolutionary Comics, and give me some advice, give me some tips as far as what's going on, what I can do better when it comes to gaining some traction as a YouTuber. I would love to sit back, with a group of guys like, I can't even think of their names right now because I'm thinking about so many things, but the guys that do the cover price thing, Devo and those fellas, and the lady, and I can't think of her name, Bird City Comics. Shout out to her as well because she follows me on Instagram. But I would love to be a part of a group like that where all we're doing is sitting back talking about comics, So anyway, guys, let me know. This beginning is super long. I apologize for that, but I just had to get that off my chest. Today's New Comic Book Day, like I said before, June 14th. And as always on New Comic Book Day, it's time to get into what's in my bag. Today I actually got 2 bags. The reason why is because I bagged and boarded them already. But let's get into these new comics. New Black Panther coming out. Let's get it! First up, the first book that I picked up, I usually try to end talking about my man Rodney Barnes. Shout out to Rodney, shout out to Jason Shaw Alexander, shout out to the whole crew, Alex Lenz, but we're talking about Monarch number 5. And yeah, let's get that angle right so you can see that cover. That is a dope cover. I believe this is the B cover. I picked this up today. Can't wait to see. I think this may be the conclusion, or maybe another issue. I know it was going to be a short series, but I'm excited to see what happens to my man Trayvon and what goes down in the Monarch universe. So that's from Image Comics. I also picked up the cover A. Like I said, I believe that one was cover B. This is cover A. He's mourning his girl. So, we're going to get into it and see what happens. See where Rodney takes us. All right, so moving along into my DC books. And I don't think I have a lot of DC books. In fact, I only have one. And this is Static number 1 from DC Milestone Comics. And I believe this is the first actual team-up or named team-up in Milestone, in the history of Milestone Comics. So this one, I believe this is done by Nicholas Draper Ivey. That cover is really dope. And I also picked up this cover by Natasha Buchos. I think that's how you say her name. But I got this cover as well. This is a dope cover. Really digging the art style on this. And I already read that one. I couldn't help but I got that one yesterday on Tuesday. And I already read the book and it was absolutely great. And I'm not talking about it enough. Actually, and alright, so this is actually written by Evan Narcisse. The pencils by John Stewart. The inks by Jose Marzan. And colors by Luis Guerrero. So yeah, just let you guys see that real quick. But yeah, I love the artwork on it. I love this this style of comic. It's really dope. Had a lot of dropped a lot of little eggs in there as far as knowledge, as far as things in the past, which I absolutely love in comics. I love knowing about history. I love the way it was incorporated. I believe I'm saying his name right. Mr. Narcisse did a great job as always. And I love just the way Mr. Narcisse's writing is. It's really dope to me. He does a great job. Next up from Marvel Comics is Captain America Cold War. This is part 6. This is Omega. And I haven't been keeping up with this series. And I think this is the conclusion to it. I believe I read issue 1. I think I read Alpha. But it started out really good. It has Misty Knight in it. And you know, anything with Misty Knight in it, I'm trying to pick it up. But I got to go back and get the other issues before I read this one. And this one is Moon Knight number 24 by Jed MacKay. And I'm such a Moon Knight fan that I'm just picking up these books. And I don't remember where I left off. I think I'm like maybe 2 issues behind. So I think I stopped at 21 or 22. But definitely gonna go back and see what's going on with Moon Knight. He is one of my favorite characters. So yeah, but pick that up as well. All right, also by Marvel, and this is Carnage Reigns. This is part 5 of 7. Carnage number 14 by Pak Nadal, and this guy's doing a great job. He is doing an absolutely great job with the writing of this book. The artwork is good. It's on point. And the story is a banger. And I don't know how Miles is going to defeat this Carnage villain, because so far he's been overpowering. And Miles had to outthink him at one point. So he's going to have to continue to use his brain and work with, I guess, a low budget, what are they called? He's going to have to kind of work with like a low budget Thunderbolts like crew. I'm not sure what they're called, but Scorpion is on the good side for a change. So this has been a great series. It started off with a bang and it hasn't disappointed yet. So I'm really anxious to get into this and see what's going on with this one as well. All right, so this next book, I bought it. I actually told my good friend Natalie at Emerald City, I was like, take Amazing Spider-Man off of my pull list because the story has been weak. There was the big event with somebody's gonna die, so I kept it on for issue 26 to see who actually was gonna die and see if that created any ripples. It didn't do anything for me because, you know, as soon as they said the person was gonna die, they also let it be known that she's coming back, and that is, I don't know, that's crazy to me. I don't know what's going on with that. But, you know, y'all know, if y'all, you know, in the comics like I'm in the comics, y'all know that Marvel plays those kind of games. Get you hyped up, you know, you're thinking about this great event that's going to happen just so they can change it up. And it's all about marketing and getting money. So they've been getting money lately. So they've been getting the bag. Just like I got the bag of these comics, they have been getting multitudes of bags. So anyway, I picked up this one. This is Amazing Spider-Man 27. I know it says Invincible Iron Man, but it's actually Amazing Spider-Man. But this Mickey Mouse cover is really dope. It's part of the Disney 100. I picked up an Avengers one with like the group of them on it. So I just thought this was a dope cover, and I didn't want to pass this one up because I didn't want to be regretting it later that I didn't pick up this dope cover. So yeah, it's really nice. All right, saying all that, saying a mouthful, moving on to the feature book of this day, the book that a lot of people have been waiting for, a lot of blurs have been waiting for. We got to see what direction that Eve Ewing, Dr. Eve Ewing, put some respect on her name, Dr. Eve Ewing, we want to see what direction she is about to take T'Challa in Black Panther. I made multitudes of videos talking about, the last guy's run of Black Panther and the way I felt about it and my love for Black Panther. I've been on one about Black Panther all the way since, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman died, and they decided that they weren't going to recast him in the Black Panther franchise movie. I've been in my feelings. But if you understand that Black Panther was, along with Peter Parker, Black Panther has been my favorite character since the 80s. And that representation mattered to me. And he's the greatest black hero ever. And he's also not just the greatest black hero, he's one of the greatest, superheroes, comic book characters, point blank. And the way that the last run destroyed his image, I really hated that. So all that to say, I'm very excited to see what Dr. Ewing brings to this new franchise. And all right, so excuse me, the phone call came through. But anyway, back to these books. And the first book that I picked up as far as the Black Panther goes is the Raza variant. And this is a really, really nice cover. I'm digging that. And let's see. I'm not sure who did this cover. They need to do like DC and put it down here. But this is a nice cover as well. And I actually got all of the covers for this particular issue because I'm like that with Black Panther books. Like I say, I'm a big fan, so try to pick up everything that I could. Let's see what else we got. We got the Mr. Garcine variant. This is really dope. I love the cluttered collage look. That's a fire cover. And like I say, if I ever run into my man Skottie Young again, that was one of the perks that I had when I worked, at that place down there. I got to kick it with him for a day, and he signed a couple books for me, but I would love for him to sign this one just so I can have this with the yellow label. Hopefully they'll have a Black Panther signature label or something like that. But love this book. I love this color. I don't know what it is with the fireplaces and like these little posts. Shout out to my man Tony, my GC3 brother, one of my grading brothers. He was not a big fan of Skottie Young art. Loves Skottie Young as a person, but not of the art. So anyway, I represent for you, Skottie. Representing these books. All right, and this last book that I actually brought home today, I got more in my box, but I got the Sanford Green cover. Did not think I was going to be able to get this particular cover. I thought this was like some rare variant or something, but I got it. So I'm super happy about this. This is the 50 years of Howard the Duck. So this is a hella dope cover, and I don't know, like, because I talked to my man Frank and I went in and did the FOC order so I could get all of these books and make sure that I got them. I'm not sure if this was like an exclusive variant or something like that. I know that they didn't have a lot of them in the store. I think only the people that actually put in for FOC actually got this cover. So I'm super happy about this. Thanks, Natalie, for everything. And yeah, this is a dope book. This is actually, I'm not a super Howard the Duck fan, but I love the cover. So I think this is something that eventually down the line that I may get this one slabbed as well. So that's my video. That's what's in my bag. I'm about to read the Black Panther book. I already read the Anansi and Static team up book. That was really dope. Mr. Narcisse did a great job with that story. It was very entertaining. The artwork was done masterfully. The colors, everything popped with that book. That was a really dope book. But I'm going to read Black Panther and then some of these other books. And after I finish reading Black Panther, I'm going to formulate my opinion, and I'm going to make another video, and I'm going to give it my own review I'm going to try to get that out to you guys pretty quick before YouTube is flooded with different people and their opinions about the Black Panther book. I want to get mine out too. I got to get mine off. So all right, so that's my video for today. Like in the recap I said, I'm gonna do a little review on Black Panther. I may just start trying to get back to what I said I was gonna do before and start doing reviews. Maybe that may help my channel as well. But yeah, I really want to get my subscribers up. Become a big boy when it comes to the YouTube comic book culture, and kind of politic with some of the other YouTubers. There's a lot of channels out there that I like. I'm not going to turn the camera, but I'm currently actually watching Mike's from Lunch Money Comics, his video he put out 2 weeks ago. He has 10,000 views on this. I found a truck full of comic books at America's biggest flea market. That's absolutely dope. I'm completely intrigued. In fact, I'm going to rewind it a little bit to see, if he shows more of what he was getting in that truck. Something that would take all day. So, Mike, if you're watching this video, love your channel. I'm also gonna do the challenge that you put out, Mike. I think it was the 5 best covers right now in your collection. I think I'm gonna do that as well, or the most 5 significant covers in your collection. I think I'll do a video with that as well. So other than that, that's my video for today. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, continue to evolve like I'm trying to do. It's your man Jay, Evolutionary Comics, and I'm out. Peace.